Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. I'm Donna, and today we are here with Miss Hannah Strumner. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing awesome. And as we were talking beforehand, everyone, because I know not everyone knows we get to chat before we get to record. We were talking about the weather. Florida's hot and muggy, and it's what's the temperature in Idaho right now?
In Idaho, it's like 100 out right now, so it's really hot.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think we're just having these heat waves in the summer. It's like crazy. So I guess I can't complain because it still is normal hot here like every other year in Florida.
Yeah, it's definitely not like what people think Idaho is like, all this snow. Definitely not right now. It's definitely been really hot these past few weeks.
Well, hopefully we'll have some changes and we'll get some cooler weather for you. Or just some nice weather,
Yeah,
that would be great. Yeah. So we love to start off with the most difficult question. Are you ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
Who is Hannah Strumner?
Oh, okay. Well, that's a really good question. I guess I'm somebody who loves to songwrite, and I like to turn different situations that might be difficult into something that's good, because I always believe that hard challenges can be turned into good. And, that's what I really like to do. And let's see, I'm also a dog owner. I have 2 dogs, so that's another thing about me. But yeah, that's who I am.
Oh, well, what kind of dogs do you have? Because we love dogs and cats on the show, obviously.
I have a dog named Nugget, and she is a golden doodle mini, and she's a puppy. She's 5.5 months. And then I have a German Shepherd named Taco, and he's 6 years old. He's crazy, but he's a really good dog. So I definitely love my dogs, and I'll always play them music as well. And they like to listen to the guitar and the ukulele. They play both, and they just kind of fall asleep. So they love that.
Oh, well, I just need to know, how did you come up with the name Taco for the German Shepherd?
Okay, so my dad always says German Shepherd, their ears look like little tacos. So that's why he said Taco, and that's kind of how we named Taco his name. Plus, it really fit his personality as a puppy. He got into a lot of stuff as a puppy. I mean, lots of stuff. So he was really crazy. Very crazy dog.
Oh, that's a cute name for sure, too.
Thank you.
So I know recently you just released your debut album, Hannah Strumner, right? So you want to tell us a little about the whole process of getting the songs together and what it was like?
Definitely, yes. So getting the songs together was really actually funny, because I was going to originally just record a single. And then I kept going to the studio saying, I wrote another song. So then we kept recording demos to the music. And I just came up with different types of country. So like country rock, country pop, and just kind of even a little punk with country. And I came up with different ideas. I wanted it to be different than just love songs and breakup. Mm-hmm. I did add some of those, but I also wanted other stories involved as well. So I kind of tried something different, because I wanted something different for the debut album. So,
well, it's an awesome album.
Thank you.
Now, out of all of the songs, which song did you absolutely love writing? It was this is this. I mean, they're all your babies. They're all part of you. I know that. But what song was it like? It was just you were writing it and you were like, this is awesome. It's just a flow. It was just perfect flow and everything.
I'd say Hit and Run was my favorite one to write because I wrote that in a day and it was like I don't know, it was different. I liked writing in that like rock country genre. I just love that like sound, you know? So
Yeah,
I was really thrilled with that one. And I'd say I also really liked 5 Mile Road as well.
they're both great songs.
Thank you.
So now you also have a duet on your first album, which is kind of cool because not all albums have a duet.
Yes.
So you want to tell a little bit about the duet? Are you ready to let go?
Yes, definitely. So that song I recorded with a local artist. His name's Sam Henry, and he does like a lot of country, like he'll kind of gig around town. And I heard his voice, and I'm like, he would be really good for this song. So I asked him if he wanted to record in it, and he said absolutely. So we did that, and then we also filmed a music video for it. And that was fun because, well, it was kind of interesting because it was like 17 degrees out when we filmed it, and we had a lot of outside scenes. And we tried to pretend like it was summer in some parts of it. So I had to wear like a tank top dress. And that was very interesting because I was freezing and I was like, oh no. But I definitely really enjoyed it. And when you record with another artist, you learn a lot from them because they have a different way of like their different approach when it comes to recording and just music in general. So I kind of, I did learn different things from Samuel that I, didn't know before. So definitely. So it was really fun.
And I definitely think that, like you said, you learn from other artists. And I think as you grow with your songwriting and your music and everything, and more collaborations, you'll like take other people's, like, what do they do? Do I want to try to do this with me? Or, I think you'll get to that point where you try different things and new ways of doing things. So yeah, you'll find your groove, what you love. And sometimes you incorporate those new things, I think, and that's in general, not just in music and anything in life. I think if someone else is doing something like business wise, that makes something quicker, better. And you're like, oh, well, that's a really great idea. Let me try it. Some people might be awesome at it. Some people, whatever, do your own thing. And it's just as good. So
It's
yeah.
very true. Very true.
Yeah. So, Train, tell us a little bit about that song, how that one come about.
So the train is basically was inspired by two things. One, I saw a picture of a World War II veteran, uh, like kissing his girlfriend or his wife. And I got inspired by that because I thought, what if I wrote a song about an unconfessed love to like a Marine? And around the time I had a friend in my online high school, and he was going into the Marines, and I liked this person. So I was kind of inspired to write the song about that as well. So I kind of mix those ideas. And I feel like there's not enough songs like about, Marines too much, but I know that there's one traveling soldier that I really like. That's a country song. So I kind of wanted to capture like that old country sound, that isn't as much as like we were talking about. Country has changed so much. So I wanted to do something more older style in that song.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, I think the one thing about today's country is it's kind of an eclectic mix. It really is. Like you have some that would historically you would think they're more alternative or pop or this or that, and they're mainstream country now, right? So I think country has really broadened its genre, and
Yeah,
for sure.
that's very true. Very true.
So tell me, who are some of the women that have inspired you to do? Oh, let's back up a second. Tell me how you started with music, because I know it's a very unique story of why you kind of got into music as the outlet and
Yes.
went from there.
So when I was younger, I was a kid that got very sick very easily. And I would go to school. Oh, I love your dog, by the way. I when I go to school, I got made fun of a lot because I was just missing school so much as I was getting sick. So I started going to the hospitals and they diagnosed me with something called a mitochondrial disorder. So my outlet was music at the time, but I didn't get like into it as wanting it to be a career until 2 years ago when I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And that's when I decided, like, you don't know what happens tomorrow. So, go after your dreams, really do what you love because you never know what can happen. And if it makes you happy, to really go after it. So, then I decided to record this album because I wanted to take a chance and see what would come of it. And I thought, like, even if nothing were to happen, like at least I had that experience, that really fun experience. So, yeah.
It's wonderful. And it's so great to turn something into something positive, like you had said earlier. That's
Yes.
just exactly what you're doing. So
Thank you.
tell me, who are some of the women that inspire you to do music?
So I was inspired by a lot of people from my mom's era, especially like I was saying, Bobby Gentry, and then also from like the 90s, like Trisha Yearwood, she was pretty good. And then I also Taylor Swift, she's very good. I love her. Carrie Underwood, and I'd also have to say Miranda Lambert as well. So
All
they're
talented,
all,
amazing women.
oh yeah, definitely very inspiring.
Oh, wonderful. So would you like to get into our 20 crazy questions?
Yes, I would. Totally.
Okay.
I'm interested to hear that.
Well, they're fun, and I promise we won't get arrested yet.
Okay.
So tell us, what is your dance like nobody's watching song? The song that you absolutely have to dance to?
Oh wow. Okay, let me think about this for a minute. I'd have to say Before He Cheats by Carrie Underwood.
It has some good beats to it for sure.
Totally.
Well, what is the best workout song in your opinion?
Oh wow. That's a good question. I gotta think about that one. Let's see. I actually like a lot of remixes. So when I know Lana Del Rey, she came out with like a remix of Young and Beautiful. So that's a really good remix to work out to for sure.
Oh yeah, that is a great, for sure. I can't agree more. Tell us, what are the top 2 concerts you've ever been to?
Ooh, wow. Let's see. I did go to a Billy Joel one, but I gotta think of, I don't think I've been to a lot of concerts, actually. I think that's been the only one that I went to. So that
All right, so we're
one,
gonna have to get you to some more concerts. But yeah, that's a
oh
great.
yeah,
I mean, Billy
totally
Joel for sure. He's a great performer. I mean,
great.
yeah.
He's great.
So tell us, in your opinion, some albums or artists we need to listen to before we die.
Okay, let me think. I'd have to say Ingrid Andress. I don't know if you've ever heard of her. She's amazing. I love her debut album. I'd have to say Taylor Swift's album Red. That's a very good one. Let me think of what else there is. There has to be one that I haven't thought of. I'll also say Taylor Swift's album Fearless is also another really good album. Those are all really good ones. So you have to listen to them before you die, and my album too. So
yes,
definitely listen to that one before you die.
And not until after you're done listening to the interview.
Oh yeah, that's very true as well. That's so true.
Oh, do you have any guilty pleasure music? You know, that music like no one knows you would listen to? Like, for me, I might listen to some Hanson.
Ooh, let's see. That's a good question. I don't think really what would be, I mean, I've listened to some like rock style music, but I'd have to say, I mean, I've listened to some Queen. It's something that I've listened to in the car, but not really like I'm pretty vocal on what I listen to, so I'll always
Yeah.
like talk about it for hours.
Yeah.
So, but I'd have to say Queen is something. So,
Yeah. That's awesome. So hypothetically, if I came to you and said, I need to hide a dead body, do you
okay.
know a good place?
Ooh, let me think. I'm really, I guess it like I guess in like a forest or something, but I guess it would be in a forest somewhere. But yeah, that's where I'd think of. I wouldn't be very good at like thinking of a specific spot, but I'd say in a forest.
Okay, well, that's good because that might incriminate us if you give a specific spot. So,
Yeah, yeah.
do you have a game plan for zombie apocalypse?
Oh, okay. So I would definitely probably want to I have a garden, so I like grow all my crops. And then I would also make sure my dogs are all safe. I'd stay inside, probably borrow some of those shutters that you have,
In Florida, yeah, the hurricane shutters.
Exactly, yeah. Just in case. And then I would just lock all the doors, make sure all my family and friends are safe, and then just try to stay alive until
Yeah.
the apocalypse is over.
That's a good game plan. Ah, tell us, what job would you be terrible at doing?
Ooh, computer science. Definitely that.
Yeah.
Oh, my brother does that. I would never be able to do that ever. So hard, very hard.
Oh. Okay, so we'll keep you out of that area. If you won the lottery, what's the first thing you would do?
I would probably go to the studio, record another album, record more music videos, and just use it for any music related thing. That's what I'd do. And get another dog.
Yeah, you have to have another dog, you know. Yeah.
Make
Oh,
that two.
absolutely, absolutely. And I'm a big proponent of almost all of my dogs are rescues except one.
Yeah,
So I'm a big proponent of adopt.
that's very true. And then donating like this shelter
Yes.
after you adopt as well.
Yeah, that's what I would do if I won the lottery. I would definitely be donating to shelters and things like that. So
That's great.
tell us, what's the last thing you read?
Ooh, let me think about that. I read Island of the Blue Dolphins. It's based off of a true story. I've always loved that story. I've read it a few times. So that's the last thing I've read.
I think everyone should add that to their recommended reading list too.
Yeah, definitely read it. It's really good. Very good.
Do you prefer boots or heels?
Boots, definitely boots. Yeah, I love, or you know what? Even better, boots with heels on them, like high heel boots.
Oh, there we go. That's perfect. Who would play you in a movie about your life?
Oh, wow. Let me
Or who
see.
would you want to play you?
I really don't know actually, but my dogs know me very well, so you could just put like a little wig on them and just
Yeah.
play me, because they know like everything about me. So I think they'd make the perfect actor, and then with the money they get, they could buy all the treats they want, everything.
Perfect.
So,
Perfect. I love it. Okay, so this is a very difficult question. Not as difficult as the very first one, but where's Waldo?
where's Waldo? Let me think. I think I think he is at well, I don't know if Florida has Krispy Kremes, but I think he's at Krispy Kreme Donuts because that's like the best place.
Yeah.
So that's what I think
It's like
Waldo's
Krispy
at.
Kreme donuts blending in.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Eating a donut.
That sounds good right about now. It's close to dinner time here, so yeah, that sounds good.
Donut, yeah.
What's the best thing since sliced bread?
Ooh, let me think. Okay. A brownie sundae with 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream whipped cream, chocolate syrup, almonds, and a cherry on top.
That is definitely the best thing since
Best
sliced
thing.
bread. I am all in. Definitely.
Amazing. It's incredible.
So would you rather cook or order in?
I would rather cook. I love to cook. So my dad went to chef school, so I've learned like a lot of stuff from him.
Awesome. So do you have a favorite dish you like to cook?
I like to cook chicken marsala or also fish with like a white wine sauce and like use like on. It's really good. So I like cooking a lot of things with different sauces. So
Okay, I'll be over for dinner. Let me know what I need to pick up on the way over.
okay, that's perfect.
I'll do the dishes then.
Okay,
So
yeah, I'm good at those.
yeah. Yeah, because if you're cooking, I'll do dishes. That's only fair, right? Right?
Yes, that's very true. Yeah, I'm not very good at doing any dishes. I don't like to, so that would be very helpful.
So tell us what, in your opinion, is the worst pizza topping?
Ooh, oh wow. Okay, anchovies. People put that on pizza. I think that's the worst.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the fish, but let me ask this because there's been a hard yes or no on pineapple.
Let me think. You know, I don't really see the point in putting pineapple on pizza, but I'd have to say I'm more of like a spinach on pizza or like mushrooms, but not like pineapple. So,
Okay, so no on the pineapple. All right. Tell us, what do you wish would magically clean itself? Besides the dishes, obviously, we're pretty sure that's a given, right?
I'd have to say my room, whenever it gets messy, I wish that would clean itself. Totally. And vacuuming the car because that always gets so much dog hair from my dogs.
Yeah.
They shed a lot. So that would be nice.
Oh, I know how that is. Although I will say the longer dog hair is easier to clean up than the shorter. I've known that
Very
I
true.
have chihuahuas and I'm like still trying to get it off there. I'm like, where's the lint roller? That might even get it off. So yeah, lint rollers are probably the best sometimes.
Yes, that is very true. They have been a lifesaver. Totally.
So tell us something on your bucket list.
Ooh, okay. Let me think. Well, definitely to go somewhere out of the US because I've never been out of the United States before. So I probably want to visit France or the UK. Definitely the UK would be really cool as well. So that's on my bucket list. And maybe also, well, I'd say to play music live, like go on like a tour or something. So yeah.
That'd be awesome. For sure.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. If you could be a person, such as like Dolly Parton, or a position like a surgeon or president or CEO, who or what position would you want to be for the day and why?
Ooh, I'd have to say I would want to be, well, if I couldn't be in the singing and songwriting, I'd probably want to be an author. So like, I can't think who wrote Harry Potter. I'd see now I'm forgetting who wrote
Yeah,
the.
no, I had her name in my head too. Yeah. And it's amazing because the amount of rejection she had with Harry
Yes.
Potter for years that it just was like, boom, all of a sudden. And yeah.
Very true. It's amazing. People get rejected. But yeah, exactly.
Yep, there we go. Yes.
Yeah. I love that. I think writing books would be really cool.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So I expect to see a book out of you in the next 5 to 10 years. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So do you have words of wisdom you live by? And if so, what are they?
There you can do anything that you set your mind to. I was told that by my 11th grade science teacher, and that has always stuck with me like since then. So that's what I always go by with this music, So that's something I always tell everyone as well.
That's beautiful. So tell me, what does the rest of 2022 look like for you? Some more songwriting, promoting the album, some gigs. I know you're finishing college, so I know that's in there too.
Yes.
But what else do you have planned for the rest of 2022?
Well, like you said with the songwriting, I'm hoping maybe to get back into recording again in the studio, kind of toward fall or kind of later, and promoting the album and hopefully playing some different places. That would be cool. And let me think. I'm trying to, well, definitely to train my dog too, my puppy Nugget, because she needs lots of training. So.
Yes, puppies do. And it's funny because some, no matter how well you train them, as they get older, sometimes they're like, yeah, no, I'm not listening anymore. I'll do what I want. I'm like, wait a second, you are not a cat, you're a dog, you're supposed to listen.
That's like my dog Taco. We had a lot of training, like 2 years of training. None of it worked. So he's his own person, just kind of goes by his own rules.
Yeah. Well, it's so cute that they all have different personalities, isn't it? Just like people.
Definitely. I find that really cool.
Oh, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Hannah, and you're welcome back anytime.
Well, thank you very much. I loved talking to you, and this was really fun.
We'll have to do it again soon. And thank you all for joining us for another episode. Have a great day. If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.